Hey, what's up? How are you? Yeah, we got some Nioh. Nioh 2 going on. I do want a better scroll. Mystic Diet Axe. Yes, Nioh 3 coming out soon. 1 month, 2 days, right? What would I want? I got key damage, I got the luck. Is there anything else? Anything fancy? Yeah, still a month. Divide item plus drop rates. I mean, that's nice, but that's a lot to grind. Melee damage, key consumption. It's also nice. Can I just get like a nice luck one? No, I don't want to do that. That's gonna be too much grind. Extended curse nullification. It's not too shabby. I might just try that as a warm-up. The demo's on the 29th. January 29th. Hey, what's up, Dante? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, who's left? Oh, a Kappa. Oh, they were here. And then the Kappa left. Thanks, I guess. Let's see if I get a scroll that I like. No. I mean, it has item drop rate, but I don't really want that. Okay, screw all this. I don't want it. Hey, what's up, Gershon? So Dante, you're about to wrap up Way of the Samurai, then Strong. Very nice. Very nice. Ah, that's too much. You want Ultimate Strength? Ultimate Strength is certainly fun. I have Ultimate Heart. I don't know if I have Strength on any of these. I'm just curious. Oh, I do. Got one scroll. This is actually pretty good. Active skill, key damage, ultimate strength. That's pretty legit. So you completed Ninja Gaiden 4 right now, but now I don't know what to do. Should I do New Game Plus? It's going to depend on quite a lot. Did you enjoy it? What are you hoping to gain from that? How do I feel about Ultimate Heart? I think it's very powerful. I think all the ultimates more or less have a place, maybe excluding Ultimate Dexterity. I think that's considered like the weakest one. Yeah, trying to roll things on scrolls is very exhausting. Yeah, Groshan, when you say you don't know what to do, I'm like, I can say yes for New Game Plus. I could say no for New Game Plus. I need to know what you're looking for. I don't know what to do, that's a problem. I want to play it more? Okay, that's a starting point, but don't know what to play. Well, what would be interesting for you to play? You want to play it more, what do you desire from more time that you invest? Hey, what's up, Bran? Alright, weapon requests can be asked, of course. So Chicken Burrito, he's talking about Ninja Gaiden 4. Not about Nioh 2. So Dante, you've been doing your research on the ultimate stats, strength and courage at our top priority. Sounds like you're good to go then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get strength and courage. I've seen heart and courage on scrolls. But I'm pretty sure you can get the other ones. I've already done the boss trials on Hero to get to Dark Dragon Sword, so now I guess I want to do horde fights, so I don't know what to do. Have you done all of the Purgatory trials? All 19 of them? Or 18 or 19, however many there are. What difficulty did you beat the game on, Gershan? Normal, hard? Because there's always Master Ninja. Okay, so I see dual swords and I see sword axe and Ippon Datra. Okay, I can use Ippon. Okay, have you tried the game on hard? You can do hard mode New Game Plus if you want. There you go. Looks like you came up with your answer. You didn't need me after all. Okay. Let's see. I'll play... Oh, sword axe seems very interesting. Dual swords. I'll save dual swords for a little later. I think I will play sword axe. Right now I feel like I need to get the health upgrades and all I managed to find one for Yakumo. Yeah, so New Game Plus will be nice. You just start from the beginning. You could also do chapter challenge. It's up to you. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, Goshan. Just go for what seems appealing to you. So you beat Ninja Gaiden 4 Master Ninja, but couldn't beat 3 Razor's Edge. It was so freaking hard. It's a very different combat loop, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna swap out for Ippon. I'm gonna play some Sword Axe. I think I'll save Dual Swords for later. I'll get so bored of them so quickly. Alright, Hakataku, let's try that. And then I think Isanagami. Or is it with Mizuchi? Life Drain Elemental Attack. Let's try the big whale. You're so cooked for the Nioh 3 demo? Why are you so cooked? Oh, I could do a rarity inheritance on that eventually. Actually, I could do that now. Hayabusa, Nioh 3. Alright, just Nioh 3. Now let's see how this works. Okay, we go from that to that. Alright. It's just A+. I'm not gonna waste my time. Okay, cool. Suiki, I've not used Suiki. Okay, I would like a Key Pulse Core. Oofer, for the Sohaya Guardian Spirit, do you think it could be for both Samurai and Ninja style? Perhaps. They have already put some Guardian Spirits for both. So like, Takeda Shingen's, for example, he has Kongo Jishi. It was both for Samurai and Ninja style. Just one's a fire one, one's a wind one. So yeah, I certainly think Soya could make a return, and it could be for both, just it would be a little different. Daidara, ooh, Daidara will be fun. Yeah, I haven't used Daidara. Okay. So that's taken care of there. So what are some ones I have not used? Kinky. Maelstrom Fox, I have not. I have not used Underworld Soldier. Suppose I could use that. What do I want to use? What have I like not used? I like haven't used Kasha, for example. Sure, I've used Kiryoki, Otakimaru. I mean, why not? I don't think they're gonna put Purity in for. Ooh, Lady Osakabe. I have not used Lady Osakabe, at least to my recollection. I haven't used Onudo. Flying Bolt. Do I want to use Lady Osakabe? But I already have Daidara. Nah, leave it. The Umibozus? Sure. I have not used One-Eyed Oni. Hey, what's up, Grinch? There's no Purity in Nioh 3 as far as I know. Just as a heads up. Yeah, 41 days until the full game releases, but less than that for the demo. Okay, I'm gonna put Suiki on here, actually. And I'll drop Suiki there. Now, what do I want? What do I desire? Okay. I have area of effect. I got stagger, of course. Projectile I have. Oh, I don't have like one of those fancy multi-use ones. Okay. Can I put on a Nenra, or is it too expensive? Too expensive. Go figure. But I don't need to have Suki. Okay. Well then what else? One-Eyed Oni? That actually... Well, yeah, I could use that. Yeah, I haven't used One-Eyed Oni at all. Scorched Enemy. Corrupted. Sure. Alright, this is weird enough. Let's go! Actually, let me check. Did I get every Kodama here? Let's check the Kodama Bazaar. I have yet to buy a single thing. Okay, that's great. We'll just buy the one. Yes, I got everything here. Let's go. Oh, I was too slow there. Okay. Which means you have 41 days to go. How long do you think it will take you before you drop Nioh 2? Oh, I'm gonna be done with Nioh 2 actually sooner than that. Just like, this is like my swan song. I don't like... Sorry, my brain is going in different places, forgive me. But here's the thing, in the alpha demo, Kusanagi launched into the lantern had the purity color. Also, Nitsumare had corruption in the Tokyo show. It had the color, but I don't think it actually had anything beyond that. Hey, what's up, Tiger? I'm playing as a dragon ninja. It's not Ninja Gaiden 1. So Dante, I wouldn't put too much stock in the color, truth be told. If they were going to make purity official, they would have already done so. If they were going to make corruption official, I think they would have already done so. I think they did introduce a lot of those things, a lot of the... I don't think they'll put it in. Oh, is this New Game Plus 1? Oh, no, this is New Game Plus 4. Yeah, I don't think they'll have Earth at all. I think it's just gonna be the 4 elements. They like Earth status effect was what? They like put all the Earth status stuff onto Wind. Wind doesn't do decreased damage at all. It's about key damage and key consumption. Yeah, and all of that is just physical damage. Maybe they'll have something a little different later, who knows, but... The 360 beam was not the Guardian Spirit. That was Daedra Bochi. Boofer, now that I'm thinking about it, Nioh 3 will provide different movesets for the same weapon. Doesn't Ninja Mode offer this? Different movesets for the same weapon. Doesn't Ninja Mode offer this? I mean, in a way, yeah. But dual samurai swords. I was actually looking at like the weapon stuff, just screenshots that I had earlier today. And dual samurai swords are gonna function very differently from dual ninja swords, even down to just like big ol' philosophy. Dual samurai swords, which is what we're used to, are very defensive in nature, whereas dual ninja swords are like Ninja Gaiden like. So on the surface it might seem like the same weapon. Sure, they're both dual swords, but in practice I think they're gonna feel different. So I don't know if that answers your question. Let me know, or if I'm misunderstanding your question. Yeah, I'm overall pretty optimistic about like how the weapons overall will be. That takes the inquiry and improves it. Having something that feels familiar but it's intrinsically different is just a better option. Yeah, I mean there's some shared stuff that they have in between them, but they kind of feel quite different. Damn it. On the surface, all weapons of ninja style is mostly about repositioning yourself to get you behind the target and deal big damage. Right, that's on the surface. That's the thing, there's still so much to determine about it. It's like so hard for me to make conclusions on weapons. I was trying to do that even earlier today. I was like, okay, let me take a look at the skill customizations. Oh, okay, some inputs have been modified here, some things have been changed there. And regardless of whatever reservations I might have about things, I was like, I don't really know how it's gonna play in practice yet. We got that many? Oh, I got battering ram. Hold on. Come on. Goodbye. Okay. You can still... Okay. Yeah, I hear ya, but that's kind of how corruption and purity could be like Earth, is now that I'm aware of the new combat environment system. Is... Do we have the equivalent of magic to physical combat? Wait, what? My brain ain't braining right now, forgive me. I have no doubt that corruption and purity could be like Earth. Like, of course. Like, it's obvious, they have the key damage thing. But my guess is that those aren't gonna be introduced whatsoever because they haven't been so far. They probably took it out to retweak things. We'll just find out when it comes out. You can still use 2 weapons. Grinch. You can use 4 in Nioh 3. 4 of them. 2 per style. Right, we'll be able to find more information about Nioh 3, of course, in next month. You'll be able to see for yourself, so I don't think they're adding certain things, but who knows, maybe they kept it a surprise. Just like they did with the Bakumatsu stuff, which I never fucking expected. Like, period. Just period. I was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna do the same Sengoku, Edo, and Heian eras, right? Then I freaking get there at Koei Tecmo America's headquarters, and it's like, Bakumatsu period? Wait, Takasugi Shinsaku? Wait, we're going to the fucking future? What? Okita Soji? Okay, Tokugawa Yoshinobu? I was like, what the fuck? So, just because I might be naysaying about something doesn't mean it's true. Obviously, like, that thing was a total fucking curveball altogether. I was like, what? Right? So, you know, of course, people are like, whoa, can we get a revolver? Like, even if I were to say, nah, I don't think it'll be in the game. Bro, they could put it in the game. Like, I don't know. That's the thing. We can speculate. I might think, hey, they probably aren't going to add purity corruption. Maybe they decide, you know what, we're going to put it in the fucking DLC. I don't know what to expect, so I might be like being very like cautious and reserved and like slightly pessimistic with some of like my predictions, so to speak, but like I've been fucking wrong. Okay. So like, don't take my word for it. I may not think they're going to put it in, but they do shit I just don't expect. It's obviously possible. I'm saying I don't think it's probable, but is it possible? Absolutely. They put it in Nioh 2. They could easily put it in Nioh 3. Who knows? But time will tell. We'll just have to wait. So, okay. Dual swords, I'm praying to go more on the offensive. I think from my impression of the dual samurai swords is that it's gonna be, they will still have that offensive capability, but now like it seems to be geared slightly more toward defense. Whereas dual ninja swords is like batshit insane offense. So to have that differentiation. So hey Pancor, good to see ya. Right, we have double the customization with weapons, Grinch. So you can have 2 weapons in samurai style, 2 weapons in ninja style. Like, it's wild. Could I ask for both weapon and soul core requests? Absolutely. We can do so after this mission. Who's my favorite Bakumatsu character? In Nioh 3 I don't have many. In Nioh 2, who did I like? I probably just like Ryoma Sakamoto. He was cool. I also like Kaishu Katsu too. But it's also because his fight was badass. I did like a lot of the Shinsengumi, all things considered. But now in Nioh 3 I'm like, oh, they are assholes. So I think a lot of it depends on the way that they presented them. Sword hatchets Umin Yu though? I might do dual swords and hatchets because I'm doing sword right now. Look, Gonzo is a secret, okay? Gonzo's obviously the ultimate. God, you piece of shit. A dweller. Look, chicken burrito. I have to keep the Gonzo bromance on the door on the DL. May I request duels Tonfa? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I've got a bunch of different requests I gotta juggle. I see sword hatchets, I have dual Tonfas. So yeah. Looks like I'll have to take a vote of some sort. How about Fist and Tonfa? Fist and Tonfa I could do, but duels and Tonfa, ooh. It's tricky, tricky. The hell, yo? Oh my god, how many did I aggro? Yo, what the? Hey, what are we doing? Ninja spinning slide. Shit, I'm gonna die now. I'm somehow alive. Yeah, live. Okay, whew, that was a little stressful. Could I be a butthole and request ignore requests? I mean, I suppose you can. I just... it doesn't mean I'll follow it. Dual swords were amazing in my opinion, in Rise of the Ronin. Oh my gosh, so good. I love the dual katana in Rise of the Ronin. Yeah, they were so good. Close enough. Good. Whew. First thing I did was install Nioh 2 only to get an animations bug. You think it might be the 120 FPS screwing you over? Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear it. Sorry about that. That sucks. Poofer, when's the next Virgil run? Virgil has been retired. It's Jack Garland. Did they add a lot of new moves to Katana and Nioh 3? Can't remember off the top of my head, but they did add a few. Let me check, actually. I have screenshots. I don't know. It doesn't sound like you've seen those. I posted a photo album with like 300 photos about like all sorts of things from the Nioh 3 demo I played. So you can check that out on my... It's in my Nioh 3 gameplay impressions video. You can check it out there. So let's see. Sword. Did Sword get any new moves? Doesn't look like... I don't see any new moves for Samurai Sword anyway. But I do see that a lot of inputs have been changed. Like a royal fuck ton. So... and not to mention some existing skills, they have that like modified like element or modified behavior. So it's stuff like Swallow's Wing Water, for example. Or you have things like Swift Step Heavy. So there have been a lot. There's been a lot of reworks towards it. That much I can say for certain. And a lot of past skills are just provided. So I already saw like Severing Spin that exists for the sword. True and Through is already there. So yeah, a lot of things like that. Did you ever do this format of viewer requests in Ronin? I don't recall doing it. I might have. I truth be told don't remember. I thought he was doing a different thing. I'm screwed now. Oh, I got drop kicked. Oh no. Ah. Are hidden skills gonna be a thing in Nioh 3? I don't know, because I don't know. I don't know how much hidden skills are going to be a thing, if they're going to be a thing, that all of that. Oh my god, these dumb Ravidans. Ooh, ethereal item drop rate and ultimate courage. I mean, I'm not gonna use ultimate courage, but ethereal item drop rate I might. So when it comes, so just to be clear on the boss skills, I don't know if boss skills are gonna drop. What I have seen is that some bosses will drop, like I've seen Anenra, for example, drop a Beyond Infinity Fire. Now, whether they'll drop entirely new skills, I do not know. I have no evidence to suggest that. I imagine there will be that case, but I don't know. I'll find out. But what I do know for certain is you can get skills from bosses, not necessarily brand new. You can get skills from Chijiko. Looks like some bosses will drop that in like the dojo or something. Or like beating them. Like I've seen like, oh, you unlock the skill for beating such and such boss, and it's like very clear that you get that, but they're all like moves that are existing moves anyway. Aside from that, let's see. Yeah. And crucible weapons. They have like a certain arts, a crucible weapons art, which you get the weapon at max familiarity and then you permanently unlock the skill. So those are like 4 things. So from bosses, they give certain skills. Some dojo bosses unlock some Chijiko and then crucible weapons. Great, we need to even grind yokai bosses for skill now. It seems to be guaranteed drop. It was like I beat an Enra and then I got the boss and then I got the skill. I don't know if there's gonna be the same thing from Nioh 2 to Nioh 3. I hope not, at least in the same way. I don't want to have to fight a boss 100 times just to get a skill. That feels really bad. If it's for like gear or perfect loot, that's fine. Because I'm like, well, that's to be expected. That's like a very standard, like, oh, I want perfect gear. I farm a boss because he drops that loot. I kill that. Like, that's just, it comes with the territory. But it's not like, it's not bad. But hidden skill farm feels really bad. Hey, what's up, Axel? Despite the differences between both games, which one do you think has more satisfying combat? Ninja Gaiden 4 or Nioh 2? Oh, Ninja Gaiden 4 for me. What would you think about playing Rise of the Ronin again? I would, but truth be told, I would probably just gonna go back to Ninja Gaiden 4. Hey, new gen, good to see ya. So question, you're not using any ultimate skills right now, right? Correct. Are you considering any for the Swan Song run? No. I don't really, no. I don't think I will. Why did they add an Enra? I was kind of lost in that. Is he part of the lava lore? No, he's just like one of those roaming bosses. Not a critical part of the story or anything, but just, he just exists. It's just like an extra boss they put in. It's not part of the Crucible, as far as I know. It's so, my guess is they're putting in some of these older bosses, so rather than it being like, oh, we're just gonna deal with... Yeah, he's not a main boss. If he was a main boss, I'd be like, what we doing? Yeah, that happened only on the DLCs with the White Tiger. I prefer Ninja Gaiden. So far, of all the Team Ninja games, Ninja Gaiden 4 is my favorite. So far. When Nioh 3 comes out, I'm pretty sure Nioh 3 will replace that. Can this guy do anything of actual value? No, you just die. It's a shit. Okay, let's not forget they'll put in Saika in Nioh 3 and make him worse than in Nioh 2. Who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I can't say for certain what bosses that they're gonna put into Nioh 3. I imagine that they may not reuse certain bosses because there's no need to. Or it may just feel bad as an overlap. Who knows? I don't know. I imagine they'll bring White Tiger again and Giant Toad. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure they'll bring in like a couple of bosses, but I don't think they'll be main ones. I have a new least favorite enemy being fucking Konaki Gigi. Yeah. And he's in Nioh 3, I'll tell you that. I fought him. So Axel, what are you concerned about when it comes to Titanic Strength being a follow-up? I'm just curious. Wait a second, so we can faithfully write the following inequality? That's again just my personal preference. There's this just again for me. I like Ninja Gaiden 4 was more enjoyable than Nioh 2. Oops. Bear in mind, I've also played Nioh 2 way too much. Okay. That does play a big factor in my decisions. Decision making. Or my thought process, rather. Like, oh, kill me. Do it. In Nioh 2, you can basically cycle from one stance to another with Flux and Titanic Strength, and you will get parried by Togechi or anything. Oh, I see. For speedrun purposes, yeah, you can't. You don't have that option anymore, which means you'll have to do something else. That's true. Do you think if Nioh got rid of the looting systems, it'll be a more popular game? No, I think it'll be less popular. Okay, I'm gonna clear a little bit and then I will, I'll clear a little bit and then I'll answer some questions. Boofer, are you serious about Konaki and Nioh 3? Yes, 100%. You want the Revenant Saito to be fighting with Duodachi? Well, you can fight Blood Edge Demon. Which is pretty crazy. Yeah, come back when you play Ninja Gaiden 4 for 3,000 hours and we'll talk again. Okay. I'm sure there'll be a lot to uncover, JJ, man. I'm sure there will. They're not gonna put they're not gonna put everything up front. Anyone can be put off their favorite food if they kept eating it day after day for 5 years, correct. Yeah, also my logic tells me one doesn't play a game for 1,000 hours because it's not fun, so it's a way to measure the fun with data. Sure, but that's making a lot of assumptions. Honestly, I could probably cut out like 1,000 of my hours in Nioh 2. It was pretty repetitive and close-minded gameplay. I've done like everything I've wanted to do in Nioh 2. This is just a swan song, like the one time and then I'm just like, one time I'll play it and just won't touch it again. Shit. What do we got? Okay. The whole less loot that matters more experiment already happened with Wolong. I think when it comes... So, hey Witty, good to see ya. I think loot... Alright, so my criticisms of loot things in Nioh is less about the amount of loot, but just the organization of it. But Wolong's not performing as well is not because of the loot system. By any means. Wolong had a lot of cool builds, it's just... Here's one thing I'm just gonna say about Team Ninja games, and this is just my perspective on it. I don't think that complexity and a bajillion mechanics and an overwhelming amount of information is actually that much of a problem. I don't think Nioh having mechanics, a bajillion mechanics, is actually an issue at all. What I do think is an issue instead is, again, it's not, I don't think it's the amount, it's just how much is crammed into you at once. So it's one thing, like, take like chess, for example. Getting from like a low elo rating to like, you know, Grandmaster level, like, people I think recognize there's a shit ton of learning to do. There's a ton of trial and error and practice and whatever else comes with it. Same principle can be said for like any job, right? So having to like going from low like knowledge to high knowledge, people understand it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort. But I think the real reluctance from people comes down to like how they're able to pace themselves. That's all. And just like how much they have to process at once. And if it's done in a way that either one is too slow, it's gonna feel weird. But if it's too much and it's disorganized, and there isn't like that clear pathway about how to achieve that mastery, it's gonna just be very demotivating. It's one of the reasons why I created like guides for Nioh 2 in the first place, was because I don't see how most people are gonna be able to figure this shit out. But if they can see, oh, I like successfully learn more and I get more competent and I can get more confident with my gameplay, then like I'm gonna keep investing into it. Because I see there's this pathway towards me becoming better or enjoying the game more, or whatever it is. But I think if it's all front-loaded all at once, sure, there'll be some people who are like, great, they'll take their time and they'll go through it anyway. But I think a significant majority of people who don't know what they're getting into and don't have that experience of like, holy shit, we're just gonna be front-loaded all this stuff at once, it can be very alienating. And then you couple that with like all sorts of preconceived notions and so many other factors into it, it can just be a bit of a problem. So like, for example, when I played Nioh 3, the alpha demo, I did get overwhelmed. Last Load also got overwhelmed. When I played the demo at Koei Tecmo America, I was like, holy shit, this is gonna take like 100 hours to like fully appreciate all the depth and details. I'm getting overwhelmed, but like, I also understand what to expect, and I know like, okay, like even if things are messy right now, I'll be able to not only figure it out, but also make guides for it. So like, I have all my reasons to get into it, but I can't expect somebody else to do that. So when it comes back to Wolong having less, right, having less gear slots or whatever, the lessness of it isn't necessarily a problem at all. It's not a benefit per se. Like, it can bring in some people, but there are other things that are a bit like, it can be hard to understand what's the fucking point of doing all of this. Why do I need to go through all these loot filters? I just want to do something simple. And like, when that vision isn't clear, and if people are just grinding for the sake of grinding and no real enjoyment or no goal set for them, I wouldn't expect people to get into it. But obviously, and so Autumn Red, like, I think more like the way you're talking about is, I'm just like, yeah, Nioh can be as convoluted as it wants. I'm still gonna put in time to figure this shit out, because I already know at the end of the day, I'm gonna create something fucking cool that I like. So it doesn't bother me at all. I'm just like, yes, 100 hours in this Bakumatsu limited time demo or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'll figure it out. I don't need to know anything, but I already know, oh, this is gonna be so cool because I can see the vision and it's gonna be so cool. But like, that's not gonna be clear to people up front. I wouldn't even say lots of people are too lazy to think about how to play these games. No doubt there are people like that. But assuming, and I'm not focused on people who just are closed-minded. There's just, is never gonna work. You can try to pander to them, it's never gonna work. Alright, they gotta be open-minded. I'm simply referring to people who want to get into some cool things with Nioh, for example, or any Team Ninja game. Right, like, I'm thinking about people who are well-intentioned, who want to give Nioh a chance, but like, can't for whatever reason. And I do think some things are very alienating no matter what. Like, dude, having to read text all the fucking time is a lot. Like, I'm playing a video game to have fun, not necessarily like to I don't know. You mean Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know. Sorry, but I don't know much about that, sorry. Reading the card effects? Yeah, oh, okay. Like, having to read all of that before I can play the game, and like having like a shit ton of that, like I have to do, and do that for a long period of time, can get very tiring. It can be very exhausting. So it's just that and for people who don't know what to expect and they want to like appreciate the game, it's just like a lot to worry about, right? So, and bear in mind, some people, like, they don't have the time. They got families and stuff like that too, or you know, they work. So sure, like, I've spent so much time into Nioh 2, and obviously I had like a unique life that allowed me to do so, but like, people don't have that time. I mean, like, would I want to spend the amount of time that I did to get comfortable with Nioh the way that I did? No. Fuck that. That's why, one of the reasons why I say is, like, screw that. I could have cut out, like, the first 1,000 hours if I was, like, experimenting more often. Or if I tried certain things. Like, I would. That's what I'm gonna do for Nioh 3 is, like, I'm just gonna be very curious to try to learn stuff. And for my Nioh 3 Academy that I'm, like, just started outlining, like, yesterday, it's, like, I want to make sure things are as palatable as possible. So, it's just... They should have just kept the Nioh games Japanese language only, so people would learn a new language while learning to play the game. That's true. Right, so... No, let's not gatekeep Nioh. Fuck that. You now understand the meta. How to learn Nioh really fast and have lots of fun. Right, that's what I'm trying to help people with. But yeah, like, it's one thing for builds. It's like builds, it's like people already have an expectation, oh, with builds, I'm gonna have to, like, get specific things, and there's a time thing. But it's not like they have to learn a fuck ton to get it. It's usually just a very simple, like when it comes to builds, what do you realistically do in most games? You grind for gear. That's it. Like, and the amount of work put into really all of that is less in, it's not so much the time you put into the blacksmith. Like, okay, you learn like a couple of things about tempering, maybe a couple of loot filter type things, but by and large, most of your time spent is just grinding gear. It's like what has been in games like Diablo and Path of Exile and whatever other RPG you want to name. That's not very complicated. Now, if someone's like, oh, I can't have a powerful build, I'm like, well, did you grind? It's like, well, no. I'm like, well, then you're not gonna be able to get your build because it's, you know, there's a grind. I'm not referring to that. If people, like, don't want to invest in that, whatever. And then if they want to complain, oh no, my build is weak and it should be faster and easier, I'm like, well, let's just not. If you want a super powerful build that's, sorry to say, like, that goes beyond what the developers have created and is a community discovery based thing, like, you're gonna have to put in too much time. It is what it is. Like, that's fine. I don't have any qualms with that. I'm referring to, like, base game mechanic type shit, where it becomes so obtuse and you have to learn so much shit up front to, like, meaningfully engage in the game. But in the meantime, what's happening is, like, when you don't have the mastery you need to, like, accomplish certain feats in the game, and then you just keep getting your ass handed to you and you're like, dude, I got like 50 different lessons to understand. Like, I have to learn like 50 different things before I can, like, engage with the first enemy or second enemy, as was the case with Nioh 2 with, I don't know, Gozaki. Players don't even know, like, people coming in are not going to be aware of soul cores. it's so like, it's such a tall order. And then like Nioh 2 was like, oh, you don't have to fight this enemy. But no one's gonna, people are gonna try to beat Kozaki. But they're just not aware. And I'm like, okay, this is just like overcomplicated. So it's just, I find it to be like unnecessarily stressful. I think a little stress is fine. I think having it being stressful in of itself is fine. But it being just like this constantly stressful experience is like very alienating. In my opinion, you kind of need to be involved in the Nioh community to learn things about the game you miss. Right, and my thing is just like, we kind of want that to be like a supplemental thing, ideally. For me, perfecting my build is a great motivator. Right, so you're, I mean, that's fine. I mean, you're pretty familiar with build-based games anyway. Kozaki is no doubt a great training dummy, but like, for you and I, of course. I'm talking about like a new player experience. And I see this issue with like other games from Team Ninja as well. He's right next to a shrine, so you can walk past, you can also just fight him all you want. Yeah, but here's what I'm saying, for a new player, they're just gonna want to beat it. They're gonna want to beat it. Like, hey, I want to have that sense of accomplishment early, which I think is very important. Can't just be like, hey man, before you get your first drip of dopamine and sense of accomplishment, learn 500 fucking tutorials. Learn a bunch of shit, make sure you have a pretty good understanding of it. Like, oh, and by the way, you're also handicapped in terms of you don't have things like Flux, so even if you want to use Flux, good fucking luck. And you're gonna, if you really want to get through Kozaki in like a satisfactory way, and have an appeal to do that again for enemy after enemy, you're gonna be here for a long time. So hooray, you're in it for a long time. Like, I don't even like it. Like, I just don't. It'd be one thing if it was like, okay, here's a bunch of mechanics. Right, like having someone stuck on the first mission for 40 hours, like, even if that's an outlier, I'm like, that's kind of a problem. What the hell is going on so that someone would be stuck and get demotivated for Nioh 1? Oh, actually, I think we're gonna start with one stance at the beginning of Nioh 3. I'm pretty sure. We're gonna have to unlock stances. Right, that's the thing. If you are... Well, that's why you'd skip him when it reiterates the tutorial and come back around. Yeah, that's later though, Witty. I'm talking about that later they patch that in. Hey, you don't have to fight this guy, it's optional. But like, dude, realistically, how many people are not gonna want to beat it? Right, but if you are already aware of things, if you have background knowledge of Nioh 1, then like Nioh 2 is not that big of a jump. It'll be frustrating, but you're like, yeah, I'll figure it out eventually, it's fine. But if you don't have that, you're brand new. I'm talking about people who are going to come into Nioh 3, some of them are going to be brand new, or have not invested as much time into Nioh 1 and Nioh 2. I'm focusing on that. Alright, I'm thinking about people like Cass. If she wanted to play Nioh 3, I'd be like, dude, she'd get so overwhelmed in like the first 5-10 minutes, she'd be like, yeah, this game isn't for me. Instantly. I'd be like, yo, like, I would want people like her to be able to play it. And there are plenty of other streamers, you know, that miss out on so many cool things related to Nioh simply because it's just front-loaded, in my opinion, in such a stressful way. Like, yeah, sure, they could work for it, but I'm like, bro, how much do I really want to work for a fucking video game? And the answer is not really. I don't. I'm like, yeah, I kind of just want to pick up and play, dude. Well, sure, Witty, even if that's the case, I agree. We can't please everybody, obviously. But guess what? That's still not going to be an adequate, like, if I'm trying to capture a new audience, I can't be like, well, I'm just not going to capture them. That's my answer. The reason that my game isn't as appealing to a greater audience is because of something out of my control. Like, that's just not going to work, bro. I'm trying to figure out and discuss solutions to some of these more complicated problems. Like, I don't want them to compromise on their vision. What is that vision? It's not clear. It's like it's like still not clear to me sometimes. Like, come on. Can you tell me, in all honesty, what's the fucking vision with Axe not having skills bound to guard square? What's the vision with, oh, you know, dual swords? It has 4 fucking parries contesting for 1 slot. What's the vision with that? Oh, well, I might use this parry here, that parry there, but really, why? Why do I need 4 parries in the same fucking slot? Why does dual swords not have a guard square here? What's the vision with that? Why does Axe have the fucking least? I don't know. No strong and a quick, right? Like, we can go on about it. Now, if they have a legit... Here's the thing. We can say, yes, it's just them being bad about skill layout, or maybe it's intentional. The vision is to give the responsive player the responsibility to choose. Sure. But, like, why is it that some weapons have options and others don't? That isn't clear to me. It's not clear to me. And that lack of clarity, I think, involves around all sorts of things. Sorts of things related to Nioh. It's just not fucking clear. Like, let me just ask you, how many of you would be aware of the way that Nioh 2 could play? And this is going to sound a little big-headed, but I trust you understand that I'm not trying to, like, stroke my ego. I'm just trying to make a point, larger point. How many of you who are on my channel would play the Nioh 2 the way that you do now if it wasn't for my content? Honest question. Axel would. Axel definitely would. Because he's a speedrunner. He does his own shit. He doesn't need my shit. Okay. I can answer. I'd be beginner level. And for all, some of you don't have to answer, that's fine. I would for sure. Actually, I came to your channel because everyone else was playing it wrong to my eyes. Okay. Both you and Shape's content. Yeah, that's true. Right. That's the thing. I would never have played. And here's the thing. People, you have to look up stuff. Yeah, right. That's my point. I had the same experience too. Right, XLH Gladiator for Axel, right. Your content made me focus and refine and enjoy the actual gameplay. Maybe include versatility in my build, right. Here's the thing, I had the same experience with Nioh 1. I saw XLH Gladiator, I saw the biggest one that kind of like, yeah, yours, Shapes, and Zealot's content changed, right. So like, there's still, even if it isn't all of you, some of you have been like, hey, like, alright, maybe a better question that would be, did you know that Nioh 2 could be played the way that I play it, or Shape, or Zealot, or any of, say, the more, like, stylish players, or more skillful players, whatever you want to call it? Would you have even been aware if it wasn't for us? Or put another way, and this is probably the better question, all things considered, did did Team Ninja make you aware that Nioh 2 could be played the way that you're aware of oh my gosh. Did Team Ninja give you that awareness? Or did content creators do so? That's a better question. Because I'm sure maybe there's some people who are aware that from Team Ninja's gameplay that Nioh is... Gosh, I'm having fucking word salad. I think the fact players like us did it all to begin with unprompted also speaks for itself in a similar way. Sure. That's the thing. I'll just speak for myself then, since I see a lot of variance in opinion. I had no fucking clue. It wasn't until I watched a Twitch streamer, Fear Dude, play Nioh 1 in a very different way, where I was like, what the fuck, you can play the game like this? Like, I never did it. I'm like, yeah, I guess it was possible. But it wasn't like, dude, like, I agree, but it's a lot. But some people are really making efforts not to understand the game too. Well, if they're not going to make... Those aren't the people I'm interested in then. I'm not talking about those people. If someone's going to go out of the way to not understand the game and to be reductionist with their thinking, I don't want to deal with that shit. Like, I don't want to. Like, this is a waste of my time. I don't know. There's some people I'm not going to be able to work with. I'm not interested in that. At all. Someone's closed-minded, just leave them in their lane. That's fine. I'm talking about people who are open-minded and want to give the game a chance and struggle to do so. Like myself. To a certain extent back then. I was closed-minded in different ways. But yeah, like, I remember seeing Fear Dude play Nioh 1 in a way I'd never seen before. And I was like, whoa, that looks so cool. He's playing it like Ninja Gaiden. For the most part, I was just aware of, like, builds. And builds and builds and builds. Right, that was it. That's all I had known. Now, if Team Ninja had done, like, even in their Nioh 3 trailers, none of the trailers hype me up on what? A narrative. And some cool bosses. And maybe, like, oh, they have a deflect. I mean, okay. Oh wow, that looks like minorly cool. But it's such a far cry from like how they did things with Ninja Gaiden 4. Ninja Gaiden 4, they had a Master Ninja gameplay showcase. I was like, okay, this is legit. This is good. Okay, cool. And people were geeking out about it. Same with Nioh 2's Fist showcase. They introduce the fists, people get excited, and then they have somebody play the fists. And they did a good job with it, even if it wasn't perfect. So many people were geeking out about it. I'm just curious, when you guys heard about the fists, and for those of you who saw the Tokyo Game Show footage, I think, of the fists, how many of you were you like, whoa, fist looks so cool. I cannot fucking believe it. What is happening? I want to know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to make sense of it. But this looks so cool. I want to figure this shit out. I don't care. I want to figure it out. If they even did that, that would be good. Even that would be a good step. Even just if they did nothing else and didn't even improve the tutorials in Nioh 3. Or Nioh 2, or whatever. But if they just showcased, hey, here's a sample of what is possible, I think some players, like myself, would be like, holy fuck, this looks so good. That'd be good enough. And then, even if the game isn't polished... Yeah, Axel, go ahead and share it in Discord. I'll check it out some other time. But if I'm aware of something and I know, okay, sure, things aren't the clearest tutorial-wise, but I'm at least aware of what the payoff could be, or the payoff could be greater than what I've seen, dude, I'm gonna put time into it. It's not like, hey, if I'm in a, like, it's like this. Let's say, imagine I'm driving in a tunnel. If I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm gonna keep fucking driving. But if I can't see shit and it's dark and I've been driving for hours and hours and hours, unless there's some clear indication I'm gonna eventually see the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm gonna be like, dude, what's the fucking point? Why am I driving in this dark ass tunnel to begin with? This sucks! Or let's say I don't even know there's light at the end of the tunnel, or I don't think the tunnel will actually have an exit. And it's like, dude, no, fuck this. I'm not getting in this involved in this shit. So, like, at the very least, Team Ninja could. But have you considered 20-second clip of Twitter of using 1 or 2 skills? I think you guys get the point. Many Nioh players ignore a lot of mechanics, even on Reddit. Okay, we can just stop there on Reddit. Okay. No Gaki reveal. Get out of here. The path is the goal. This is very interesting because this overlaps with what I teach my clients. Obviously, you need to enjoy the path, but like, without a goal, why the fuck are you gonna get on the path? If the goal is the entire point, that's not gonna work. This is not how it is. But without the goal in mind at all, you're not gonna have the motivation to do it. Due to the rising cost of electricity, gas, and oil, as well as the general state of the economy, the light at the end of the tunnel has been turned off. Sorry. It's pretty fucking hilarious, bro. Here's the thing. If we're gonna brainstorm, let's have it focus on stuff that's actually tangible within our control. What I generally recommend. Just blaming the player base don't help shit. It's like, yeah, okay, I know, but what does that, how does that help again? It's true, Nioh 3 trailers lack that hype factor. Look at a game like Phantom Blade Zero. Their trailers show off lots of cool battle stuff. Yeah, they do. Ninja Gaiden 4 did it! There's no light, only suffering. For me, the fun of Nioh is not to fight to get this or a piece of gear. For me, the fun is just fighting. Yeah, it's obviously the same for me too, Autumn Red. Why am I playing this game again? Because on some level I enjoy it. I'm not like, oh, I want to beat the game. I'm like, I already fucking beat the game. I'm playing the game because I enjoy getting better. And if there's nothing that, if there's nothing further to be gained, I get bored. I don't want the complexity to end. I don't want the discovery to end. I know, Autumn Red. I'm just clarifying, just to be safe. But to get to that place of... Okay, what's going on? Alright, there's a lot of different things. Fight a guy to learn him and be rewarded with gear, or fight a guy for gear and be rewarded with engaging combat. Well, right, yeah. Just the process of getting that gear and getting that that combat just needs to be engaging. But if it's not engaging, then it's gonna suck. That's what I'm saying. Part of having that engagement, though, is, in my opinion, knowing that there is something to look forward to on the other side. Without that goal, it won't be enough. I think as a player, just figure out what makes you happy and tell the devs and share to people about your thoughts. No need to, oh, what about the casuals? Sure. I mean, I don't see why it needs to be mutually exclusive. But yeah, for players, we can just share our thoughts. I'm not referring to that. I'm saying, hey, what could the company do? Dude, what am I gonna do though? Nothing. I'm just gonna showcase my gameplay. That's about it. And do what I do anyway. Yeah, I know, Autumn. You and I are on the same boat. But I know many players don't see it that way, at least not until they start watching your videos. Yeah. I mean, like, a big part of me enjoying Nioh and whatnot is me understanding like what really got me so motivated to effectively change how I engage with Nioh. And part of that was that awareness and seeing, oh, dude, there's some new goal I have in sight and I can't wait to get there. And then once I get there, I can't wait to do even more with it. Team Ninja should collab with you, Llama, and they're marketing and showcasing what you think of Nioh 3. Yeah, it might be a good idea. Maybe they should invite me to Koei Tecmo America headquarters or something. Seems like a decent idea. I don't know, Axel. You'll have to ask Koei Europe.
まだまだ小わっぱだな。手厳しいな。おじさん。
Really? You went for a double grab? Cool, close enough. Yeah, it'd be really cool, yeah, if Team Ninja, you know... It'd be really cool if Team Ninja gave me some exclusive footage for Nioh 3 that other people haven't seen before. It'd be really cool. Maybe some, like, levels that people normally can't play. This part is way cooler in Expeditions, Mizuki and Gozuki. Yeah, that certainly would be. Whoops! Yoshi, why'd you do that? Just more fuel for your theory that the Expedition enemy layouts are original ones? That's possible. Of course. Oh, the pain. Get wrecked, scrub? Yeah, pretty much. What? Aw. Damn it. Guess I thought I blocked, but I obviously didn't because I took damage. I spent nearly 2 hours on this level. Half of it was just me yapping. Oh well. Oh, I was doing skill expansion mod input for Sacred Bird Drop Flight. No, wrong one. What? Why couldn't I do my thing? What is happening to me? Close enough. Okay, well, DLC 1 is done. Do you also find it funny that the only reason Nurikabe attacks is because he thinks you are moving disrespectfully? Like my man just wanted to be respected? It is pretty curious, isn't it? I do find it pretty interesting. What do we got? Holy shit. What do I got? Just more melee damage. Is it better though? I mean, kind of. It's key damage, but nah, I'll leave it alone. Okay. Yeah, Yoromitsu will be up. Or at least the side missions. I might leave the main missions for now. Okay, we got that. Any of this doesn't seem all that interesting so far. Move that. Marishi's Grace. What do I get? Reduced ninjutsu defense hit. I mean, I guess. Ooh, yokai ability key pulse. Yas, so good. Very happy about that one. Yokai ability key pulse. It allows you to use your yokai ability to perform a key pulse. So just do a bunch of attacks, and instead of key pulsing, you could use a yokai ability. And you will do both actions at the same time. So it could be like, all right, let me, instead of, yeah, like, it's as it sounds. You use the yokai ability to perform the key pulse. Just another option.
いらっしゃい。
Okay, that's done. On to DLC 2. I've already fought Ren. Suzume and the Flames will be very quick. Oh, I missed one there. Dude, that's so much to complete. Sure, what the hell, I'll do this one. Okay, I'm gonna do some different weapons. I've already used Sword Axe, so... I remember there was dual Tonfa or dual hatchets or something. Do I think I could beat Ren while blindfolded? No. I do not. Alright, weapon requests and stuff, feel free to ask. Easy, just remember which input is reckless charge. I mean, I suppose. Hey, what's up, Sea Devil? I do remember Fist Tonfa being a request. I suppose I could do those. Tonfa dual sword? Okay, sure. If someone wants to play a Team Ninja game after Nioh 2, which is the best one to do so? They're all kind of different. It just depends what you're looking for, in all honesty, and I would need to know that to give a decent recommendation. Dude, why do I have like no fucking key? Closest to Nioh 2? In what respect? Because they all each have their own differences. So here's the thing. Stranger of Paradise... Okay, so let's see. For you... Yeah, if you want the craziest build shit, Stranger of Paradise, but be warned that the performance of that game is like, it's pretty shit. Ah, yes, gotta love the camera. Did I spit on skeleton? Of course I did. Really? Dude, dual swords. Can you not have shitty tracking? Very irritating. Oh my god. Shit! So that was a little complicated. Come on, one hide Oni. Oh, that felt so painful. That was rough. I'll be so glad when they patch all that camera stuff. Absolute brutality. You play the Nioh 3 demo, the in-game story about the Gigagaki was actually quite sad. No, it's not. There's no story for Gigagaki. It just deserves to die, that's it. That's all there is to it, okay? Ah, shit, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm alive? Okay. Oh, okay, we got this shit. Here, let's be cheap. Oh, she avoided it. Now I got the purity on me. Still got the purity on me. God damn it, now I'm dead? No, I'm still alive? Here, have some slow. Not have the knockback. Close enough. Yeah, getting the purity debuff on us hurts so much. So much. I'd rather be corrupted. Indeed. She's good at dodging lots of things. I'm not good at hitting lots of things. No. This boss is a Nioh 3 foreshadow? That's right. We did, after all. Getting purified means you can't buff yourself. That is correct. Yeah, we got the Onmyo box and all that fun stuff. Would you look at that? Now I got every samurai's points. So now I just don't need any more samurai skill points. Cool. Alright, let's go. What did I think of Nioh 3's narrative premise and how it revolves around Nioh 1 and Nioh 2? Honestly, I don't have too much involved in it. I'm just like, cool, we get more reasons to play Nioh. I'm cool with that. That's really about it, in all honesty. you kidding me? Come on. Ugh. In one moment I want to do something cool. Alright, I guess. Oh my god, please stop. Wait, that just killed me? Oh my god, I did not realize that. I was blocking it, so it just blows me up? Man, I really don't want to fight that guy. Pretty much, Lich. You just ask and I'll get to it. Wanna see Scampus? I may not be able to do that. Scampus I suppose I could use. Okay. Yeah, hello Block Simulator. What's going on? Hey. No, you're on a key, lady. Come on. on, how do you... Mr. Grab? Stop grabbing the road! Oh, come on! Did you not grab? What is this? Oh my god! I just am not getting the burst counter as well. Thank you. Very irritating. Need Poofer to showcase sensory overload on her if she wins. Well, she didn't, so she did. Oh, I just got John Mitchell now. Okay. No need, just chugs that Daijin Jin Sake, yeah. Are there dojo mastery missions on each difficulty? Yes. Damn, I mean, nice. Okay, let's get rid of all this. Yeah, it's a shame, Witty.
Irashai.
Does Nioh 3 have dojo missions? I don't know for certain, but I suspect there will be. Boundless Chaos. Demon Slayers. Oh, I gotta do Demon Slayers? How do I get to Demon Slayers? Wait, have I not unlocked it? Oh, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. Yomi, Tsuchiguma, Ancient Nioh Tengu, don't ever fight those in the depths. Yeah, pretty much. Come on, fake Yomi. Or fake Raiko, whatever. Want to see more axe? Oh, that didn't count as a projectile. Okay.
私がいる。無茶はするな。
Oh hey, boss, thanks for the... Is that a Twitch sub? Thank you. Thanks for the sub, I appreciate the support, of course. Yeah, sure, I'll play some axe. I'm kind of getting bored of dual swords. I'm getting very bored. I'll play a little bit of axe and tonfa. Dual swords is just putting me into a coma. I'm getting frustrated with it and whatever issues I perceive with it, and it's just getting unfun. Some items are orange, but some are gold. What's up with that? No, there's no gold tier. There's just yellows. Oh shit! Oh, what's going on? Hold on, I see things happening. Oh, wrong input! God dang it, I was trying to do second bird flight. Catch my breath, hit the shrine up, and then catch up to chat. Okay. Soish, thank you for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. It was very kind of you. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to cheat with the... It's not a blasphemous skill expansion mod. It's an amazing one. Skill expansion mod is great. Nioh 3 is taking that a whole other level, though. Caught you in 4K. But my stream is not even in 4K, bro. Caught me in 1080p. Oh, that's embarrassing. Who gets Gus Talisman on Dream of the Nioh? What were you talking about, boss?
するなこの私が
That was too much. Phantom Burst counter can block regular hits, but it's not a very good shield. Oh, misinput. Oh no, I have over 2k hours of experience. That was an oopsie. Yeah, pretty much, okay. I was doing guard circle, but it didn't work. Pooper, quick question. How does Mind's Eye work? Basically, if you dodge a little too late, then the game will basically auto-dodge for you. At which point you can basically... Oh yeah, I don't need to do that. At which point you get an 80% damage boost. Stop it! Yep, you're welcome. Do the same buffs from different sources stack in any capacity? There are conflicts within buffs, so for example, they have the simplest way to think of it is if the buffs provide the same symbol, they will conflict. If the buffs have different symbols, then they will not. Come on, shoot me. Faster key recovery and Amrita absorption then won't? No, it won't. So if you have a bunch of different key recovery buffs that all have the same symbol, they won't stack. However, what will happen is that the highest value buff will be on. So like, it'll always work in your favor. Alright, let me beat this, and then I'll make then I'll answer the buff question in chat a little bit more thoroughly. Alright, so we have a question about, hey, do the same buffs from different sources stack in any capacity? So, to answer that, in a nutshell, no. There is some caveats to it though. Basically, here's what you want to look for. If the buffs that you have the same symbol, they will not stack. If they have different symbols, then they will stack. So here's an example. Let's say you get the Mind's Eye buff, which is 80% extra increased attack. That will stack with the following buff. If I can find it. Where is it? There should be one. Berserk. Okay, right, Berserk. Mind's Eye attack buff will stack with Berserk. They are two totally different buff categories. This also means it'll stack with things like versatility, and it'll also stack with Death Dancer. Versatility and Death Dancer are separate, so they stack. So just as long as they are in different categories, you can stack many different types of attack buffs. But if they're in the same symbol category, they do not stack, no matter what. Now, one little caveat to that is as follows. Let's say you have a bunch of different buffs. Let's say key recovery buffs, right? So again, they will most likely all have the exact same symbol. If they don't have the same symbol, they won't stack, or they will stack. Let me say that one more time. If the buffs have different symbols, they will stack. But let's say even within the same category, you have one buff which is 20%, one buff which is 80%. The highest percentage one will take priority for the full duration that it has. So it can get a little mathy, a little complicated, but in a simple nutshell, here's what it will be. The highest buff value will always be on for the longest possible period of time. And then all the other buffs that have like a longer duration, but a shorter like power level, so to speak, they will take off. So just for a numerical example, let's say you have like an 80% key recovery buff that lasts for 5 seconds, but at the same time you also activate a 20% key recovery buff which lasts like 20 seconds. Right? You got the 5 seconds and then the 20 seconds. The first 5 seconds will all be that 80% key recovery buff, and then when that expires, the remaining 15 or so seconds will go to that 20% key recovery buff. So just in a nutshell, the buffs will always stack in your favor to be the strongest possible value for the longest duration possible. So I hope that makes sense. Now, another thing that I'm being asked, what happened with the anima efficient passives? If they are, again, in different categories, they will stack beautifully. So let's take some buffs, say... So here, why don't I show you what this god-awful looking thing... Okay, here. So I've got a bunch of different anima charge bonuses. They all support one another. They do not conflict, not that there would be an issue of conflicts in the first place, but one thing it might help to know is that, let's say I just stack, let's take a letter grade. So at the top of this scroll bar, anima bonus ranged hit, alright? I don't want to keep dumping all of my anima bonuses into that stat. Going from A- to A+, or even AAA+ is not really as impactful as you might think. What would be better is if I had a separate anima bonus in a separate category altogether that has its own letter grade or something. You want to stack a bunch of different anima bonuses, anima charge bonuses, because the more variety you have, just in general, the better it will be. And the game seems to be very much geared towards you stacking multiple types of buffs rather than just all in on one thing. So I hope that makes sense too. Now, the only so that's for the letter grading though. Percentage-based buffs, I wouldn't worry about too much, going all in with that. The one exception of buffs you can stack are like these pure flat value numerical buffs. So for example, a very popular one is Life Recovery Amrita Absorption. The higher you can get that value, the better. Like, that is just a good thing, period. It is just get as much of that as possible. But percentage-based stuff, you don't need to go all out. Letter grade stuff, don't need to go all out. And hopefully that should cover, I think, everything when it comes to buffs. And I'm totally gonna post that to YouTube. Yeah, and cut. Thank you for milking us. Content creator creates content using content he's creating on YouTube. On streams. What a fucking surprise. There's a flying bolt. Oh, you're snipe. Hey, sniper, no sniping. Lock on to her. Oh my god. Oh, Epon, why you gotta miss? I hate you when you miss. Stop it. Oh, come on. Oh, what's left now? Not be lie, be kind of cool to see a yokai boss riding an organic motorcycle with 2 yokai fire wheels. What, you mean like Kasha? You think about it, Kasha's kind of like the wheel monk boss, right? She isn't the real Raiko. Get back. Alright, here we go.
見つけたぞツナ
Come back here. No, you're getting washed. What? I lost yokai shift? Whatever. Oh my god. Any idea if we play as a shiftling in Nioh 3? Wait, what the hell? Why is there a Dark Realm again? I am so confused. Oh well, I already cleared it. I'm not doing that shit again.
そいつは来光様じゃねえ。離れてろ。
見つけた。
ああ。
見つけたぞ。ツナ
For real. You're looking Slockfy, get a grip, bro. I just did most of the damage. Fuck right off. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, bro. No, you obviously are great at this game, so you totally fucking do it. So I think for our character in Nioh 3, we're not a shiftling, but I think we have some special thing with guardian spirits, which we'll find out. So did we just like fight Ibaraki Doji or some shit? I don't know. I'm just curious. Ultimate courage, counter yokai tactics? Nah, I'm good. I hope Nioh 3 has quad S-like mechanics. What's that? I'm not really familiar with that from DMC. Anyone else feel the Oboro Guruma's face kind of looks like Ko Shibusawa? Bro! So you should tell him that. Go up to him in person. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Ooh. Ooh, that is so tempting. I might do it. Do I have 3-piece Ame? Like... 1. Oh, I think I should actually. So DMC5 has a Sin Devil trigger with like 3 moves. If you maintain a SSS rating in combat, you can use those moves without needing to shift to that form. Oh, that's really cool. So I guess the equivalent would be like doing the living artifact forms outside of it. That could be neat. How does finishing flare work? You just get like bonus damage when they are completely out of key, or you do a grapple, or you do a final blow. That's all. Just get them to 0 key, do a punish, you do extra damage. So it works really well with grapples. Okay, what's the loss? Guard key consumption? Ah, fuck it, let's do it. Make my life easier.
いらっしゃい
Actually, I want this. Give me that. Okay.
また
I have to get to Demon Slayers. But... how much time do I have? Did I change to add Umin though? No, I totally forgot. I'll have to do that next time. Oh, I'll have to be reminded next time. I've already beaten Saito Toshimitsu. Dialed on him? I don't know about that. Oh my gosh, my Kyoko is so nice. My god, just die! Get in the corner, die. Oh. This is illegal. Oh, you threw a bomb! That's illegal. Hey Elements, how are you? Yasunakami, where'd you go? Hey, you beat Yoshitsune, congrats. That's no small feat. Goodbye. You've been pouring hours into Nioh like crazy, hard but super rewarding at the end. Hey, that's amazing. Beating Yoshitsune is no small feat. Damn it. Got greedy. Yeah, I don't think PvP will be all that fun for Nioh 3 or Nioh 2. I could already see how things were getting like irritating with builds. Okay. This will be the last mission for today, by the way. It's 8 in the morning for you? God damn, bro. Early morning Nioh, huh? Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. It's 1:23 for you. It's 6:23 for me. PM. I stream from my afternoons to my dinner, basically. Y'all need to get sleep. But thank you, I appreciate you giving me your time nonetheless. Where did I find the baby stone? Got the arrow. You're a night shift guy, you're fine. Fair enough. I got the baby stone? Did I really? Oh, I did. Well, okay. I guess I wasn't really that focused. You hit a specific area? It can be very confusing. I feel you on that. The underground and DLC 2 main mission too, yeah. It's rough. Quite the maze, that's what I find. It's boring. Not fair. Purify the flames, let's go. There will be caves in Nioh 3, you don't have to worry about that. I even found like a cave level, and they showcased it in their like very first trailer. It's been really fun watching you do this run. Been watching the Nioh 2 PC gameplay playlist in full, so it's really cool to compare the two. Well, thanks! Alright, Dino, spam more. Not used to certain buttons. Is it over? Okay, cool. Alright, that's it today. So, you don't like caves? Looks like another person is fine with caves. As long as caves aren't the only thing, I'm okay. But there was like... from what I saw in Nioh 3, caves aren't the only thing. I think just every once in a while having that variety is always nice. I like certain cave levels. But if it was just only caves, I'd be like, alright bro, time to stop. You need a little bit something else, you know? Alright, so what's going on? To be honest, it was your Nioh 2 Academy series that got me through my first playthrough, but I prefer the early game and hate the late game grind. Understandable. Grinds are grinds. I can't remember the colors, but there was a scene in the latest demo with several Scampus types. Yeah, there are different Scampus types. Yeah, they're different colors. So it's not just like your standard one. There's like a white gray one I saw. There's a bunch of different types, and we will find out what those are. It's nice to not know and to just discover it for the first time. You want an orange Scampus like Garfield? Touché. Touché. Oh, do I, in order for me to get... Oh, I think I've got a mission to do with... I forget how to unlock the Demon Slayers. Probably have to do this, get that settled, and then Yoshitsune will pop, or Raiko will pop up, and then I think Demon Slayers is here, I clear that, and then I can do Revelries, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I just hope that in Nioh 3 we'll see all sorts of different environments. I think caves are fine. I think it's just... If it's only caves, like, I personally would be like, wait, come on. Like, I didn't sign up to play Tomb Raider over here, you know? But that's fair. You weren't a fan, you just don't like caves, then that's fair. If that's not what you like, that's not what you like. Just no worries. It is what it is. No harm, no foul with that. You don't like trees? Well, trees don't like you either, okay? You gotta be so mean to them trees.
しゃい
Oh. All green but no trees. Okay. No, you like Gakis? No, not allowed. Not allowed. Absolutely not allowed. Hero item drop rate, ultimate courage. Just the item drop rate's nice. Okay, yeah, that's good. Alright, how much progress have I made on this, aside from the 3 main missions? Ooh, it's probably gonna take like 2 streams. Probably. I wonder if I can beat Nioh to all these missions before New Year's. Oh well, maybe if I don't yap, that'll help. Alright, time to go. I'm gonna go have some lovely dinner. Alright, well, let me check up to make sure I didn't miss anything in chat. I don't think so. I don't know, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But, yeah. I guess then, thank you guys so much for watching, for being here as always. It was fun to have your company, and yeah, we're getting very close to being able to play Nioh 3 demo. New Year's is right around the corner. And then it's a little unreal that it's a bit unreal that Nioh 3 is coming out in a little over a month. It's a real thing. It's not going to be Nioh 3 alpha demo anymore. It's going to be Nioh 3 with 14 weapons and you can equip 4 weapons at the same time. Unbelievable. But yeah. I know it's been 6 years. The thing is, I'm like, hey, it's only a month. It's obviously been a long time since it's come out since Nioh 2. The reason I'm saying that is because I never thought Nioh 3 would exist. I just assumed. They're like, yeah, we're done. Nioh 2 is done. I'm like, okay, I guess that's that. Let's see what spiritual successor to Nioh comes out. And then they're like, psych, Nioh 3. I'm like, what? But yeah, 6 years is a long wait. And now we're in that final 1 month or plus. 40 days for, yeah, for the final game, but we get our hands on a demo in like a little over a month. We get to geek out all about the character creator. Spend our time nerding out on every weapon, bruh. Like, there's so much that's possible. I spent 50 hours total on the alpha demo. Yeah, we didn't know anything just 7 months ago. And now, we're gonna know about everything. Oh my gosh. I'm very excited. I just, it's hard for me to process it, so. Yeah, Nioh 3 is our GTA 6, except it's not getting fucking delayed. No, Nioh 3 doesn't have a glider. Nioh 3 doesn't have a glider. It has, like, a gale sprint. You can, like, run around and, like, jump on walls and some shit, but it's not a glider. Or no, who knows? Maybe they'll add in a glider. I got no clue, but I don't think they will. I think they would have showcased that by now. But yeah, alright. No stamina out of combat. Yeah, if you don't have to worry, like with Gale Sprint, you can just run around everywhere. No usage of ki whatsoever. So yeah, as long as you're not in combat, you don't consume any ki while sprinting. Yeah, there are wings for like Spirit Vein, but that's a little different. It's like, so you can just like fly from certain area to area. B2 bombing things with a glider and Ronin was fun. Yes, it was. But anyway, I'm gonna get going. I could keep talking about Nioh 3 things, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, for being here as usual, and I will see everyone next time. Take care, and bye.